size of me. I don't really give a fuck. Put my deuce up, I will not live in apology. I'm with some loose blood Petroleum truck, gon' make way for a prodigy.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From the end zone, here's Devin Tompkins. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So that a nightmarish start to a football game as they give the ball away on the opening kickoff.
And they put their defense in a bind right away. They have to go into protect mode.
Hooker to throw right away. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Well, we know it's a tough mission for this defense to hold them to a field goal after that long kick return, but they're one play away from doing it.
They certainly are very close to accomplishing what they needed to get done because they've treated this like a sudden change. You know, when the offense turns the ball over on a fumble or an interception, before you go out, you get together as a defense and go, sudden change, keep your poise, be ready to go. That's exactly what this group has done.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kendre Miller with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. You talk about this Lions defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7. I mean, think about
7.
that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Bennett. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Well, look at that, Chuck. A rookie picked the rookie on that play.
How about that? Is that rookie-on-rookie crime? But you know what happens, too. If you're a rookie defender, you tend to adjust to the game a little bit quicker than if you're a quarterback. Too many things still going through his mind, And on that play, the rookie defender won the battle.
Meanwhile, Hooker's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Hooker. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0. Then lost 5 and 6 and went out in the 1st round. But I think if you get to mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
19 tight.
Hooker to throw on 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And in for the Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Up the right sideline.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice consistent gain.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Bennett now to throw.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
You talk about this Lions defense.
They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. The big fella inside the 10 and into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown.
Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they drop.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Bennett looking to throw.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Palmer. And down inside the 15 he goes. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Slot man moves right.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And Bennett will look to throw.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
And his kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he returns this to the 22.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Hey, check that, street. Check out.
On second down, here's Miller. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Third down, Hooker looks to throw it. That is caught. They'll have the first down and more than that.
Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Bring it in.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Here comes third and the length of the football. To throw is Bennett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Buffalo 18. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Warriors 70.
Looking to throw here. Bennett.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. A dime look defensively for the Lions on third.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Bennett now. Open man, it's Palmer. And they do get this across midfield of the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be fourth down. They'll go for it. Here's Bennett. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans in the final seconds of the first half. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Ready? Check smash, check smash.
In motion right, that's Williams. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now a 2nd and 10.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Big Lions. Ready, ready.
They'll run it again with Miller. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They run the counter. Merritt. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
18, Pioneer. Go.
Back to throw, Bennett.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Bennett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
First down throw here. It's Hooker.
Now that'll be caught by St. Brown.
Complete to number 14, Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Cowboy 80. Hurt. Right there, hurt.
They'll give it up the middle to Miller.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
Here we go, Jack.
Hooker on first down. That's to the tight end, Laporta.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st and 10, Hooker. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Looking to throw, Hooker.
He's got it. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside and 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Brings up 2nd and
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Miller is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions.
Badgley on for the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
makes the score Lions 42, Buccaneers 13. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Again, it's Miller. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
Hooker wants to change the look.
Hand the street. Hand the street.
On third down, Miller. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Badgley's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
On the return, the Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Brian Branch with it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 52 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Warriors 70. Go.
Throwing. Hooker. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
Hopkins on the return. The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10.
60 Mavericks. 19 Lions. Take go.
To throw again. Bennett. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Alontae Taylor showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. The Bucs on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
It's taken to the 26. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Lions will take over.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Set up.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. In the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
Three. Buffalo 18.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Let's go. Rattler.
Inside handoff now, Miller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
Ranger, 70 Ranger, Dragon 60.
They'll try the right side here with Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Here's a give to Miller. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run.
86 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Ready.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably